I would like to propose a spiritual response to the unfortunate death of Charlie Kirk. What if the deepest answer to tragedy isn't anger or blame, but recognizing the quiet, radiant spark of goodness inside each of us? In this video, I invite you to explore how forgiveness, love, and unity consciousness can emerge in the wake of loss and guide us toward healthier, more compassionate relationships. Hi, I'm Andrea Winn, and this channel explores spiritual growth, mindful living, and nurturing compassionate relationships in a divided world. Today's video centers on universal truths. Every person carries light. Forgiveness transforms us, and unity begins with honoring differences. This is a practical exploration that you can apply in real life. Let's start with a universal truth. There is a spark of goodness within every person. Even when we disagree or when tragedy shakes our sense of safety, this spark remains. It's not about erasing differences or pretending that pain isn't real. It's about recognizing that the same universal energy touches you and me, the opponent and the ally, the skeptic and the seeker. When we see basic goodness in others, we build bridges. Bridges aren't forged in fear. They're built with curiosity and listening and a willingness to stand in the truth of our own needs while honoring another's path. Forgiveness can be a tricky topic. It isn't forgetting or excusing harm. It's a practice that frees our own heart and invites healing into the relationship fabric. It begins with presence, honestly naming what hurts, then moves to listening, seeking to understand the other person's perspective, even if you disagree. And we can have some practical steps to this. The first step is naming the feeling without judgment, like anger and disappointment and fear. The second step is seek first to understand the other's intent behind their words or actions. The third step, release what no longer serves your well-being and set healthy boundaries if needed. The fourth step, replace judgment with compassionate inquiry, asking what is needed for healing here. And forgiveness, it's a daily practice, not a one-time event. It nurtures peace within and creates safer space for our relationships to breathe. And what about unity consciousness? It's the felt sense that we are all part of one living field. When one person thrives, we all benefit. When one suffers, we all feel it. This isn't naive optimism. It's an experiential truth about interdependence. So a practical tip is that we can practice usness rather than themness. Listen to a perspective that you oppose. Reflect on a shared goal that you both care about. Things like safety, family, community well-being. And act in ways that support collective healing. You can do simple things like volunteering, donating, or advocating with compassion. By aligning with unity consciousness, we honor both our individuality and our interconnectedness. And so honoring individuality while building relationships, we are each unique with our own thoughts, perspectives, and needs. That has to be a first place for everyone. Unity doesn't mean sameness. It means a safe space for difference. Honor someone's truth while staying true to your own. So some tips for developing that kind of muscle is practice nonviolent communication. Express your feelings, state your needs, offer a path forward. You can also set boundaries that protect your well-being without demonizing the other. And lastly, create rituals of connection that acknowledge both unity and individuality. like family dinners and dialogue circles and shared service. Healthy relationships thrive when there's both closeness and space for interdependence. So, practical steps for deepening that forgiveness and connection. I would like to offer 5 grounded practices that you could choose one to focus on today. The first practice is daily forgiveness practice. Write down one grievance, then reframe it, including empathy for both your pain and for the other's context. Second practice, active listening exercise. Repeat back what you heard before replying and check for accuracy in a conversation. Third, compassionate action. Do one small act of service for someone you disagree with. Fourth, relationship journaling. Record moments when forgiveness transformed a conversation or a decision. And the fifth one, mindful presence. When emotions rise, breathe in, breathe out, and choose a compassionate response. Love isn't passive. It's intentional action that respects both unity and individuality. So, just in closing, in a world that often divides us, choosing forgiveness and unity is a radical act of love. That human spark of goodness in each of us is a seed. With daily attention, it grows into a garden of compassion that could sustain relationships, communities, and the planet. I invite you to comment below with one small act that you'll commit to today to deepen forgiveness, love, or unity. And if this resonates, share this with someone who might need it. So thank you for joining this spiritual exploration. I know this is a tough time and a tough topic. If you found value here, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And to deepen this work, join me for our next live community Zoom gathering, which is happening next Monday. You can sign up at the link below. Until next time, may we lead with love, listen with compassion, and walk in unity with our own truths intact.